It's Week 7 of the NFL. And we'll see the dynamic Penix Jr. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Falcons and the Cardinals, just ahead on EA Sports.
The punter, Bradley Pinion, will handle kickoff duties. And off we go here in Atlanta. Jones now on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. And here is Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick in 2019 to lead them.
Last week, when you go back and watch and study this tape, Mike, the problem is at the quarterback position, you need to be a difference maker. Last week, they were trying to overcome his poor performance, and you're just not going to be able to do that week in and week out at this level. Your quarterback has to be a driving force. He has to be a productive player within your system, and when you turn the ball over the way he did last week and not really lead to any points or any real sustained success on offense, that is a hard combination if you expect to win. So they're going to need more production, they're going to need more touchdowns, and they're going to need less turnovers. It's asking a lot. It's a big change from last week, but without it, I don't know if they can expect the results to ever change.
On third down, Murray. Here's a screen set up for Benson. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. The Cardinals lining up for punt. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
You know you have a good week, Mike, when it takes all 5 fingers on one hand just to show how many touchdowns you threw in last week's win. Now, do we expect him to do that 2 weeks in a row? I'm not sure that's realistic, but as long as he continues to operate at this high of a level, they're going to have a strong chance to win every single week.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And with the defenders biting on that hard play action, the tight end knows he's going to be open once he crosses that linebacker. All his quarterback has to do is get his hips turned around and deliver the ball on target, and it's an easy first down.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. On second down, here's Penix. He finds Darnell Mooney for the catch. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Here's a toss left side for Robinson. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, The first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
The Cardinals offense and Kyler Murray set to take over once again. And he's given defenses across the league a lot to think about when they try to game plan for him. Consider he's currently second in the NFL in quarterback rushing yards. Now Murray on first down. Now they'll set up to throw. A short one here, caught by McCloud. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Out of the gun, it's Murray. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Murray gonna hand this to Benson. And a good run there on second down. A pickup of 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Murray. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now give up the middle, it's Benson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Murray. That is hauled in at the 5. And he will score. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Cardinals. That touchdown #1 for him on the year.
Mike, this is a great example of a wide receiver who just truly understands the concept of spacing. When you're open, stay open. If you're not open, get open. And when you can do that and operate in the middle of the field, man, you are such a weapon and a reliable target for your quarterback. It's a great example of it here. He works to stay open, middle of the field, ball's on target. It's an easy touchdown.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Ray McCloud on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Falcons offense ready to take over for their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7 0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. On the toss, it's Robinson. And he'll take this one forward for about 3. And that's a first down. Play action. It's Penix. That'll be caught. It's Tyler Algier. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
It's a really critical conversion here because after not scoring on your opening drive, you just can't afford to follow that up with a 3 and out. So you find yourself down 7 0. Sustain this drive and at the very least, see if you can come away with some points.
They'll throw on first down with Penix. To the left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. We'll go play action now with Penix. Open man down the field, Mooney. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game. So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely.
That is caught by the tight end, Charlie Werner. Touchdown, Atlanta. A best friend for a quarterback, a tight end. Big target down there, Greg, and he's able to secure it for the score.
And down here, Mike, it's not real complicated. What you're trying to do is find space, find a window to the quarterback, and if you're open, stay open and catch it.
Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Falcons will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Jones now on the return. Whoa! And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of sevens on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. From the shotgun, it's Murray. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Jones.
Pass interference. Defense.
So it'll be first and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Now it's Murray. That ball caught. It's Zay Jones. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Second down, Murray. He'll look middle and finds McCloud as tight end. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Murray's going to throw again. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw, still result in a big game.
From the 39, here's a first and 10. Throwing again is Murray. Quick throw, taken in, and they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
They've got it. It'll be first and goal after a pickup of 21. Murray now off the bootleg. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. It's scooped up by the Falcons. Talk about a big swing there. The offense was driving, had it in the red zone, looking to score. Not only does the defense stop them, Greg, they get the ball back and they improve the field position with a nice fumble return.
And what a change of events. You find yourself defending your own side of the field, and next thing you know, you scoop. For a minute, it looked like there was going to be a score, but either way, after running out of gas, he sets his offense up in a great situation.
The Falcons offense and Michael Penix getting ready for their next possession. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That is downfield to the tight end pitch. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down. Now here's Tyler Algier out of BYU. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Algier on the ground. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. From the gun, here is Penix. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Throwing again, it's Penix. To the goal line and in. Drake London. Touchdown, Falcons.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense and running back Trey Benson getting ready for their next drive. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the 1st half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. That's taken in by the running back Benson. Here's 2nd and 6. A give. Here's Benson. And despite his best efforts to get away, ultimately, he goes down behind the line. 3rd down and 9. Here's Murray. Here's a screen set up for Benson. And he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
The best time to call a screen is when the defense is anticipating pass. Allow that defensive front to rush the passer. Just get through the offensive line enough before you drop it to your back. Get out behind those big offensive linemen and pick up the 1st down.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Murray. He's going to run it.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, Even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
A short one here, caught by McCloud. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
2nd and 7. Again, it's Benson. And he's going to be out of bounds, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. Quick hitting slant there. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Murray now on 2nd down. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Murray now. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Working out of the gun, Murray. Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Murray looking to throw. And they're going to get him once again. He's under siege. That is 3 in a row. Chad Ryland on now for the field goal. This one from just under 50 yards. Ryland's kick is good. And the Cardinals are back within 4 at 14-10.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense going to get it one final time in this first half. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Throwing is Penix. To the right, that's Pitts. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Now the lefty Penix on 1st down. We'll get this to Pitts once more. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Now the Falcons will use their 3rd and final timeout. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down. Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. Koo's kick is good. And the Falcons can tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw is Murray. He's going to air this one out for Jones. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
In the first half, it was the lefty, Michael Penix, who had it working. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. From the 6, here comes a return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. On first down, it's Penix in trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play. From the gun on third down, here's Penix. Open man, left side, he's got it. He's going to have the first down, and that one good for 9, and the drive continues.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
On the ground, it's Algier. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he's just pushing guys out of the way, powering forward for a gain of 8. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense. Automatic first down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. A run here with Algier. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. On second down, Penix. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
3rd and long. Now Penix. He's going to take a shot here for Mooney. And he will get into the end zone. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown, Atlanta.
This is just backbreaking here. If you're the defense, you feel like you're in a really good spot. It's 3rd and pass. You understand what the offense likely has to do to convert the first down. They just don't do a great job of covering the receivers. And at the same point, let's give a lot of credit. Nice job by the quarterback working through his progression, getting to the right choice, and it pays off for a touchdown.
Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons move out to a 24-10 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Jones now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cards offense getting set to get back to work. Greg, simply put, they've been off their game right from the jump.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just the way the game goes, and you can't really put your finger on it, but you feel good coming out of the week of practice. You feel really good about your game plan, and then once the ball's kicked off, nothing seems to work, and it's very frustrating because you can look great one week, and then the next week be completely taken out of your game.
Quick slant into the hands of Wilson. On second down, it's Benson. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Benson. And he's going to go backwards yet again. The defense stands up tall one more time, and they force a 4th down.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. To the outside. Catch made by London.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Play action. It's Murray. He'll go right and find his running back. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. 2nd down and 3. On the move, left is Benson. And he's going to get him a 1st down here across midfield and down to the 45. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. On the zone read, a give to Benson. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On the ground, it's Benson. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down. On the handoff, this is Benson. He'll be stopped just a short gain, down to the 30. Here's a 2nd and 9. That's to the right side, caught by McCloud. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Murray. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. That's complete to McCloud. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Here's Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. 3rd and 2. And Penix. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. And here's Bijan. And he'll get forward for a couple. That's Zaven Collins on the stop. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 8. Here's Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Give him 14 on that one. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll work the middle here with Algier. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
On 2nd down, here's Penix. He runs with it. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end. A successful drive, but in danger of stalling. Trying to convert now on 3rd and 7. Just pushing defenders out of the way as he surges forward for a gain of about 5. The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. They're going on 4th down. It's Penix. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Cardinals offense ready to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Out of the gun, it's Murray. That's left side, and that's the tight end, McCloud.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Now a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, they go with Benson. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Oh, and now movement up front, trying to get the defense to jump. One of the offensive linemen moved instead. That's on Paris Johnson, the tackle. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. And this crowd certainly has liked what they have seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in. They have not disappointed, as they have the advantage here in the 4th. A give, and here comes Robinson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Another run here for Robinson. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down. From the gun, here is Penix. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal coming up. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Try it again here from the 7-yard line. 2nd down and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And he'll take it on in. Ray McCloud. Touchdown, Falcons. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Here's Coop for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Falcons will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return is Greg Dortch. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back set to go once more. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. First down throw for Murray. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Throwing Murray. Here's a screen set up for Benson. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. A throw on the move is caught. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. And he's going to have a Cards first down. They managed to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. He'll run again. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. A short one here, caught by McCloud. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. And that is incomplete.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
Murray now to throw on first down. That's caught downfield by Harrison. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Now it's Murray. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. They go play action for Murray. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's third and goal. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Clark Phillips.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. They'll start on the ground with Algier. Brought down at the 21, a gain of 1. Go again here with Algier. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down. So it's a win here for the Falcons. They're able to erase the memories from a week ago, a game they really did struggle in. It looked like a different group here as they respond with a solid victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Oates. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons are winners as we say so long from Atlanta.
Tiger.